Well, from leaving school, I went into the gas heating industry, and I worked for British Gas for 11 years. So I did a 4-year apprenticeship at British Gas, and I've not been out of the industry since, 31 years. So I left British Gas, and eventually I ended up starting my own business about 15 years ago, which I've sold, and here I am at Aire Serv, new franchisee. They convinced me what to do, how to come here and enjoy the brand and absorb myself, and yeah, I've been very impressed since I've been here. The depth of your systems, how you've got everything covered. I like the team here, every angle, the support for marketing yourself. Systems, sales, commercial sales, you seem to have it wrapped up. I've got all the resources of the corporate world with the Dwyer Group, and I've still got the freedom as being a small business owner. So that's what brought me here. And strange enough, in London, where I'm going to be working, there's very little competition actually. There's lots and lots of small businesses, 1-man bands, 2-man, 3-vans, whatever. And then there's the corporate companies of this world, Home Serv, British Gas, but there's very little in between. And it's heavily populated, obviously, and it's densely populated. And I think with the ideas that I can see from Aire Serv, I think there's a space in London and Britain for those ideas to come across, and I think they'll work well. There's a bit of resistance from the public to use British Gas, in my opinion, at the moment. But even so, they've got a strong brand, and they've positioned themselves obviously very, very highly. But I just feel there's a space underneath to compete with them. So I don't think they've got the market wrapped up. I really feel that there's an opportunity for someone like a company Aire Serv size to just step into that little area. Well, I think as you grow as a small business, so you start off generally, typically there's a lad like me, starts on his own, he's an engineer and he does things and perhaps does them quite well because he's experienced and fairly knowledgeable, and then the business starts to grow and you get 2 or 3 engineers alongside you. Then maybe there's a girl in the office comes along and you get to about 4 or 5 employees, and then all of a sudden everything still comes through the business owner. And so you start getting a little bit harassed and a bit stretched, and you think, hang on a sec, things ain't going to plan here. So you tend to think, I need to just sort of create some systems in the business so the system runs itself a little bit better. The systems have impressed me more than I'd imagined because they are so comprehensive. So I think I've made the right choice. The systems, I keep talking about systems, I'm not obsessed with them, but they're key. They're key to running a successful business. I want to be profitable quickly, and I think there's no reason why I shouldn't be. And of course, once I've established a profit formula, then I expect growth quite quickly. So within 5 years, I would imagine that I would exceed what I turned over in my last business, and I would exceed the profits as well. So I'm expecting to accelerate my sales much quicker than I did in my last business. Yeah, so I think that within a year I could have 4 techs working for me. I'm pretty confident there. And then within, say, 3 years, I'd imagine I had perhaps between 6 and 8. I think that with the systems you have, I'll need less staff, fewer engineers to make the same margins. But yeah, I think the small business owners from perhaps 4 or 5 employees up would hugely benefit from what you have here. Yeah, I'd recommend it. Yeah, I mean, I know lots of tradesmen, not only HVAC tradesmen, but electricians and even landscape gardeners I know. And I think that there's a real benefit to being part of a network of franchisees, being overseen by a franchise network. I think there's huge benefits, and people should give it serious thought.